My grandma turned 79, but no one came to her party. She sat alone, staring at a cake that never got cut. The next day, while my parents skied in Aspen. Okay, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you something that still makes my blood run cold. Imagine discovering your own family, the people you thought would always have your back, had just sold the one person who ever truly saw you, out from under her. It was a betrayal so deep, so cold, it shattered everything I thought I knew about belonging. My name is Devin Hayes, and I'm 23 years old. A first-year law student in Boulder, Colorado, this incredible place nestled right at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. You know, Boulder has this raw, poetic beauty. Pine-lined streets, snow-capped peaks in winter, air so crisp it feels like you're breathing in the whole world. But for me, it's more than just a pretty view. This is where I came to find myself, to prove I wasn't the invisible person my family always treated me as. I grew up a few hours south in Castle Rock. Smaller, quieter. Red brick houses, ancient oak trees, and the smell of hay and fresh-baked bread always hanging in the air. But for me, Castle Rock was never warm. It was where I felt like a silent shadow, passing through my own home, forgotten. My family, how do I even put this? We were a picture that looked beautiful from the outside, but inside, full of cracks. My dad, Richard Hayes, is a real estate investor. Tall, lean, with a sharp face and eyes that always seemed to be calculating the value of everything. Not the hugging type, not the heart-to-heart type. To him, everything could be reduced to money, even emotions. I remember him saying, flat as if reading a financial report, old people should know their place and not be a burden to their children. I just bowed my head, swallowing the anger, because I knew he was talking about my grandmother, the person I loved more than anyone. My mom, Cynthia Hayes, was the opposite, but not in a better way. She's an administrative manager at a cosmetic surgery center, always perfectly coiffed blonde hair, glossy red nails, and a smile I swear she practiced hundreds of times. Mom was a perfectionist. Everything had to be flawless, from the dinner table to how her children performed for the neighbors. But that perfectionism came with constant comparison. And in those comparisons, I was always the loser. Look at Kyle and learn from him, she'd say, her voice brimming with pride when she talked about my older brother. Kyle, he's 29 and the family's golden boy. MBA from Arizona State, runs a tech startup in Austin, Texas. In my parents' eyes, he was the embodiment of success, luxurious apartment, international business trips, online articles praising him as a promising young entrepreneur. But here's the thing, I knew Kyle was struggling. His company was in trouble, deep financial trouble. He never admitted it, but I heard from a mutual friend he'd taken out a massive loan just to keep it afloat. Still, to my parents, Kyle remained the gold standard. The reason they constantly compared me to him. Devin, why can't you be a bit more like your brother? Mom once asked, her eyes full of disappointment. I just offered a faint smile. What was the point? She wouldn't listen. Then there's my younger sister Avery. 19, a freshman at a small college in Denver. Avery just knew how to make people like her. Lively, outgoing, always smiling, tons of social media friends. Her happy family photos on Instagram often got hundreds of likes, but if you looked closely, you'd notice something. I was rarely in them. Once, I jokingly asked Avery, why don't you ever tag me in the family pictures? She just laughed. Carefree, but cutting. Oh, Devin, you're busy with law school. Who would dare bother you? Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.